Okay, hello students, today we'll discuss about isomerism. So by definition, isomerism means the compounds with same molecular formula but they have different arrangement in between the atoms. So how does it happen? See, let us take an example with ethyl alcohol. Formula is C2H5OH is ethyl alcohol, and dimethyl ether. What is the formula? Dimethyl ether. CH3, CH3, OCH3. So here the question is there any similarity in between these two compounds, in between ethyl alcohol and dimethyl ether? So the answer is no. Why? Because this compound belongs to alcohol family, this compound belongs to ether family. So they differ by their physical and as well as chemical behavior. But what is the similarity? There is one similarity. The similarity is their chemical formula, their molecular formula. That means the count of the number of atoms in that chemical formula. For example, let us check with ethyl alcohol. How many carbons are there? Two carbons, right? C2. And how many number of hydrogens are there? Here 5 plus 1 6. It's 6. And how many oxygens? There is only one. So C2H6O is the molecular formula of ethyl alcohol. And let us count for dimethyl ether. How many carbons? Here there is one carbon and here the second carbon. So C2. And count the number of hydrogens. Here 3 plus 3. 6, and there is one oxygen, so C2H6O. So what is the molecular formula of ethyl alcohol? C2H6O. What is the molecular formula of dimethyl ether? C2H6O. That means their molecular formula is same, but the arrangement of these atoms is different. So these type of compounds are called as isomers, and the whole phenomenon is called as isomerism. So here it is. We have 6 types of isomerism. One is chain isomerism, positional isomerism, functional isomerism, and ring chain isomerism, metamerism, and the last one, atomerism. Today we'll discuss about all the 6 types of isomerism. So let us start with the chain isomerism. So in the name itself, chain isomerism, but that means ultimately isomerism means the compounds with same molecular formula, right? But what is the difference here? Here the difference lies in between the chain, right? That means here we have some examples. See, butane and 2-methyl propane, right? So what is the chain? What is the longest continuous carbon chain here? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And here what is the chain? 1, 2, 3, continuous carbon chain. So here the chain is 3. So they differ by the chain, but ultimately they have same molecular formula. How many carbons? 4 carbons, right? C4. Here how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again 4 carbons. And count the number of hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So C4H10 is the molecular formula for this butane, and here C4 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. C4H10 is the molecular formula for butane as well as 2-methyl propane. So ultimately these two compounds, they have the same molecular formula, but one is butane, the other one is 2-methyl propane. Here the difference lies in their chain. This is straight chain, which is 4 carbons is the longest continuous carbon chain, and here 2-methyl propane, the continuous carbon chain is only 3. So these type of compounds comes under chain isomerism. Next, positional isomerism. Here, ultimately, for any type of isomerism, they have the same molecular formula, right? So we start with the same thing. They have the same molecular formula, but they differ in their position of the functional groups. Yes, they differ in the position of their functional groups. For example, what are the examples they mentioned here? You can check here. What is the position of this double bond? It is located at the first position, right? That means in between carbon 1 and carbon 2. So we know the position must be carbon 1. So the compound name is but1ene. And what is the position of this double bond? It is located in between carbon 1, 2 and 3, right? So the simplest carbon, the least numbered carbon should be the position of this of the double bond. So the name of this compound is but2ene. So but ultimately what is the chemical formula? Here four carbons. So C4. Let us count the number of hydrogens also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C4 H8 is the molecular formula for this but1ene. And for but2ene, what is the molecular formula? 1, 2, 3, 4. So C4 and H 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C4 H8 is the molecular formula for these two compounds. But do you think these two compounds, do they have same chemical behavior? No. Why? Because the position of the double bond is different, so it matters. So that defines the chemical as well as physical nature of these two compounds, but they have same chemical formula, same molecular formula. But what is the difference here? The difference is there in its position of the functional group. So these type of compounds comes under positional isomerism. Next, functional isomerism. Here these compounds have same molecular formula, but their functional group is different. So let me define once again. What is a functional group? The functional group which defines the chemical nature of an organic compound, right? So here these compounds, they have the same molecular formula, but they have different functional groups. So here, what is the functional group in this first compound? COOH means carboxylic acid, right? And here COOC, that means these are esters. So the name of this compound is propanoic acid, and this one is methyl ethanoate. So let us count the number of carbons and remaining other elements. So carbons, 1, 2, 3 carbons are there. C3, here we have the formula C3. And how many hydrogens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. H6O2, right? For this compound, 1, 2, 3 carbons again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. So here functional isomerism, the compounds with same molecular formula, but they differ in their functional group. So these type of compounds comes under functional isomerism. Next, metamerism. Here these compounds have again same molecular formula, but the alkyl groups are different. Yes, we know what is an alkyl group. The hydrocarbon part, it can be CH3 or C2H5 or C3H7, whatever it is an alkyl group. So these alkyl group around the functional group, they are different. You can see here diethyl ether and methyl propyl ether. Here both the compounds are ethers. So on the left side, what is the alkyl part? Ethyl. On the right side, ethyl, right? So for this compound, for diethyl ether, and let us check the same alkyl groups for methyl propyl ether. On the left side of the functional group, we have a methyl part. On the right side, we have a propyl part. This is the basic difference. That means the alkyl groups around the functional group are different, but they have same molecular formula. So these type of compounds comes under metamerism or metamerism isomerism. Okay, the first compound name is diethyl ether, and the second compound name is methyl propyl ether. Next, ring chain isomerism. This is a simple type of isomerism. Here in ring chain isomerism, they have the same molecular formula, but one of the compound is an open chain compound and the other is a cyclic. That's it. We know organic compounds are two types, two categories. One are open chain compounds, the other category is a closed, right? So here the compounds with same molecular formula, but one is open chain, the other one is closed. Here we have examples with propene and cyclopropane. Propane means we know 1, 2, 3, 3 carbons, C3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hydrogens. So C3 H6 is the molecular formula. For cyclopropane, 1, 2, 3, again 3 carbons, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hydrogens. And remember, they have the same molecular formula. That doesn't mean they have same physical or chemical behavior. They don't have any kind of similarity in their physical and chemical nature. What is the only similarity is their chemical formula, is their molecular formula. But ultimately the compounds are completely different. This is an open chain compound, which is propene. This is a closed compound, which is cyclopropane. And the last type of isomerism is called as tautomerism. Here these compounds have same molecular formula, but the same compound exists in two forms. One is in keto form, one is alcoholic form. You can see ketone here. This is ketone, right? Ketone group, and this is alcoholic group. So this is called as keto form. This is called as alcoholic form, or also called as simply enol form. Enol. Ol means we know alcohol. En means what? Double bond. So here is a double bond, and this is alcohol, and this is called as keto form. So this isomerism is also called as keto-enol isomerism. And how it happens? It happens because of the movement of the electrons from one position to the other position. You can see here in this amide, here we have one lone pair of electron. We know lone pair of electrons are highly reactive, right? So when these lone pair of electrons shift to this bond position, ultimately carbon valency is 4. To satisfy that valency, this double bond shifted towards oxygen. So it forms a negative here, and it forms a double bond here. And one of the hydrogen left from NH2, it bonds with O minus and it forms OH. And again, this OH, this hydrogen attacks to this nitrogen, and this bond again it forms here, and it forms keto form again. And these two compounds are in dynamic equilibrium with each other. That means at one point of time this is in keto form, at other point of time it becomes enol, and so on. And this process is in a continuous format, and it happens continuously. So this type of isomerism is called as tautomerism, which having same molecular formula, but one is keto form, one is enol form, because of the bond shiftings from one position to the other position. Mostly this we can see this type of tautomerism in keto as well as enol. That means in between ketone and alcoholic groups. So this type of isomerism is called as keto enol isomerism. So this is all about isomerism.